Hey guys, Big Wheel Dog 82 in the soil, and right now it's about the middle of August, and other than it just being extremely hot out here like it is right now, I've got a bunch of stuff that's going on that's I need to finish as far as projects go, and that part of it's plant stuff, part of it's my compost. With all this heat, I don't really feel like being outside. My body can't necessarily stand up to it all the time, but I'm trying to get as much done as I can when I can do it. And I sort of kind of want to show you guys exactly where I'm at as far as those projects go, because like I said, none of them are actually finished. And if you're anything like me, there's things that you're trying to do now that's also not finished completely, and it seems like the list is just getting longer and longer as we go along. So figured it'd be no better time than for me to show you guys what's going on here, and maybe your list of to-do stuff isn't so bad. So let's go check out all the stuff and let's just see what all I've got left to do. So right here you can see a bunch of wood, and all of this is just deconstructed pallets that I had. I believe I had 4 of them, and what I'm doing now is these are all going to be pieces that are going to be used to build my upgraded and better compost bin. So as of right now, I've been splitting the wood because these are going to probably be my studs for it. And there's a lot of this punky wood that's just all messed up or whatever. It can still be used. Don't throw these away. Don't neglect them, because wood is wood. And it doesn't necessarily, it's not like it's going to support a house or my raised bed. It just basically has to hold in compost. So the hardest part of it all has been all of the nails. And there's a bunch of these other ones, because sometimes these boards do not like to get rid of their nails and they stay stuck in there. So you pretty much gotta like cut them out. And then what I had to also do is grind them down. That way when I'm handling them, because I don't like wearing gloves when I'm working, just to make sure I don't cut myself on it. I still got to clean up all these nail heads that are over here on the ground before the dogs step on them or something like that. But I've got it all broken down, and then down here is all the planks. So the next step after I finish cutting, like I said, I got this one to cut still. These have all been cut in half. I'll probably end up cutting some of these ones down too. But after I do that, it'll be time to figure out which boards are going to be for what, because I'm going to have 4 sides and a lid. A lid's going to open up for loading in compost, but it's going to shut down so that the rain can cast off of it so it doesn't get too wet. And then the front side, I'm going to have that be detachable too. So yeah, we're just got some work still to be done. It's coming along. I'm starting to get to the easy part, because trust me, getting all those nails and the boards off without breaking every last one of them was a literal pain. So as far as that goes, we've got movement on it. But the problem is that I have a compost issue right now, and that compost issue is I've still got some that's over here working, and I didn't really want to finish this new bin before that compost pile was done, because I want to put it right in. I just want to swap them out, and it's too early for me to move that compost from where it's at now to the trash can where I let it mature on this side of the house. So I don't know, we'll see. I may end up moving it sooner, but maybe not. Here is my unexpected and unintended tomato garden extension, and really it's on the side of my compost pile. But the thing I wanted to draw attention to was the fact that these tomatoes are, I'm positive that they are from my midnight snack seeds of tomatoes I just threw over here, and the seeds got scattered all over the ground, so they self-sowed. The reason I say they're part of the midnight snack variety is because they have this purplish hue on it. And that's the only variety of tomato I grow that has this purple hue that's caused by the sun exposure. But the thing about it too is, for it being a seed from a hybrid tomato plant, it's actually pretty good. Now, here's my working compost, and this compost is still rocking at about 110 degrees. So like I said, I've got this compost rocking still, and it's just not ready, and this space here is where it was going to go. The problem is I already know this is not as wide as the new one's going to be, so that means, unfortunately, I'm going to have to harvest all these tomato plants, or tomatoes off these plants, and then clear out a good portion of it. And the main root for this plant is right here next to the compost pile, so I don't know, might just have to sacrifice it, whatever it takes to get myself set up. So this is my tower of, I don't know, we're gonna call this a cucumber and melon tree. So what I have here is a container that you would basically have a tree in. And in here I've planted 2 cucumber plants and 2 watermelon plants. And so far so good, it's working. I can say that the biggest problem I do have is this is a thirsty container. Oh snap, matter of fact, hold on. Now that you guys are here, I just saw that this is ready. There we go. Another cucumber. But like I was saying, this is a very thirsty plant, and it seems like if I'm not out here watering it every other day at the very least, these leaves are all starting to look a little sad. So I just watered it, but what I'm seeing now, which wasn't happening before, is this thing is wanting to lean finally. So I'm gonna have to sure it up a little bit or something to make sure it doesn't fall over. But anyways, it's working pretty good. Like I said, we get plenty of cucumbers here. We've got watermelons growing on here. There's, matter of fact, there's 2 bees in here that are going from flower to flower. It's even getting so big that I'm just letting it trail off here. There's some there. There's some back here of the cucumbers. There's even 1 or 2 watermelon vines that are just trailing off here. And I think I'm just gonna let it see what happens. And then next I'm gonna be showing you behind here on my side bed, because we've got some stuff growing too, if you can see it right there along that fence. But let's take a better look. So as you can see here, it looks like a weedy mess, but I promise you this was done on purpose. This bed I forgot to put down any straw this season, so I noticed that the ground was just always drying out constantly. And once I got the kohlrabi that was growing in here out of here, and I went ahead and composted that, I said, you know what, nothing's gonna be here, so why not let some of the weeds come up as a ground cover, and then let my cantaloupe, which you can see here, which is growing on the fence, which we have some cantaloupes coming on, just let that trail, just let it do what it naturally would, because I don't really have another space that I can do this because of the dogs. So if you can see, we've got all kinds of vines coming off there and there, and they're all throughout here, and it's working. Especially now that they're up on the fence line here, then sun's not a problem. And I even left some of my onion go to seed. This I'm getting ready to cut off because it's ready, I think, to harvest the seed. That is not, that came up last. And then we've got a couple of small onions here. And then here is my new sowing of kohlrabi. But for some reason, only 2 spots came up. I don't know what happened. I planted 3 seeds in each hole. So I got to thin some out, but we've got kohlrabi that's working here, And then you can't really see it, so I'll pick it up. Down here, we've got, those are peas that I sowed, and I need to put a trellis on this so that they can climb. So that's it. It's got started and in and working over here on the side bed. So next we're gonna go to the other side of the house. Oh, and while I was over here showing you guys exactly what's going on in this little side bed, I found something hiding under here, and it's a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be, but I'm harvesting it now. Yeah, another cucumber. These things are growing everywhere over here. Oh well, that's all I wanted to show you guys. Here we have some of my sown carrots that will be my late fall / winter carrots. I've got a third one, which is over there, but with the compressor being on, it's just a little too loud, even with the mic. So we've got these that are here, and they're going to be getting their layer of straw put on them here soon. As you can see, the peppers are all really going crazy right now. I've got a lot to harvest here. And then here is one of the not so good things that's going on right now. So I planted more green beans, and as you can see, something is coming in here and eating it, and it's those yellow and black ladybug looking things, I believe, because I saw them on there yesterday. So it looks like the vast majority of these seeds I'm going to have to replant, just because they're just chewing straight through them and I cannot stop them from doing it. So I don't know. I'm not sure if spraying of insecticidal soap will help or what, but I don't know. So I figure maybe I'll just, the ones that have no leaves on them whatsoever anymore, they're not going to make leaves. So I can go ahead and just cut those out, drop new seeds right next to them, and then hope the ones that are starting to emerge that haven't yet, that they keep their leaves. And then like these 4 that you can see here, I'm going to just cross my fingers and hope that they can pull through. And like that, that's everything. Like I said, it's not a whole lot. There's a few small concerns. Like, I'm in the home stretch on the new bin project. Now I've got those 4 pallets busted down, and let me tell you, if you've never busted down some pallets, they could be a pain in the ass. I'm telling you, because I didn't expect it to be that bad. But then I realized that the pallet sizes, if I just used them as they were, are going to be bigger than probably my HOA would let me have, and then I'd get all kinds of letters and crap, and then I'd have to start cussing them out or whatever. So I just decided to break it down, that way I can make it smaller, that would fit inside the guidelines. And then, like I said, with the seeds that I planted that are being eaten over there, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out something. And then the kohlrabi, it's fine. I've got, you know, watermelons and watermelon and cantaloupes, and then I've got my cucumbers coming. I've got the tomatoes and onion. I've got a whole lot of stuff, so I really can't complain too much. So the name of the game is just get done and get stuff started. At least you don't have to get it all done, you don't have to get all things started, but the sooner you do, the quicker it'll pay off. And trust me, you'll be happy that you did when it comes time for you to want something or need something. So that's all I got to say for you guys today. With that, I'm your boy, Big Wheel Dog 82 in the soil, and I'm out of here, guys. See you later. Ooh, it's hot. Can you see me dripping sweat out here? It's like bad, y'all, I'm telling you.